YouTube, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's having a great day. We're working on my Toyota MR2 Spider. Today I'm going to show everyone on YouTube how to install a either OEM or an aftermarket new fuel pump on the 2000 to 2005 Toyota MR2 Spider. Currently in my background I have mine. This is my Spider that I've owned for a long time. Currently I'm having symptoms of rough starts. Under full throttle it sputters a little bit, and then the spark plugs had a little bit of white residue on them. This leads me to think that the fuel pump has gone bad. The fuel pump has, they roughly have a Walboro 255 fuel pump currently on the car, and they roughly go for about 10 years, and the fuel pump's been on there for more than 10 years, so I think that it's worn out. So what I'm going to do is show you guys how to install a new one on today's video. Let's jump right into it. Let's go. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to actually want to remove the hard top. Makes your job easier, and then if you have a soft top, you're going to probably want to put the soft top down. So let's go ahead and do that now. Once you have the soft top off, you might want to roll down the windows too, both sides. I've rolled down the windows. Fuel pump is behind the driver well, so it's actually in here. So here's the cubby. I actually have a hose back here, I guess. We'll get rid of that hose. Washing cars. So now you're gonna wanna get behind here and get rid of the plastics. Well, and some other bad news. I've had this plug and play harness like 13 years maybe. I don't know, a very, very long time. Bad news is that a couple of the wires broke. So this is from Monkey Wrench Racing. I reached out to them. Hopefully I can send it to them, or I can have someone locally wire this back up. I'm not going to be good. It needs either this wire cut to extend it, or it needs to be soldered together. So I'll have someone solder it probably for me locally. Dang. So this is probably why the MR2 isn't running well. That one has a little bit of corrosion on it. But yeah, so that wire is disconnected right there. This wire, there's a wire right here that was disconnected. So that's not good. No good at all. That's crazy. All right, now that you have all the plastics off, that's going to be where the fuel pump is. Let me go turn on one more light. Right there. That's where the fuel pump is. Very easy access. So once you get it there, I already did it. All you got to do is pull up on it. You can do a flathead. There's like goo on it that's holding it there. Once you pull up on it, you'll be able to see where the fuel pump is. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so this is the fuel pump in here, and then there's one wire that comes from this side that's connected into it. These must be for a automatic. I'm not sure why the original ones are like that. Open it up here, and what we're gonna want to do is undo this clip here, and then we're gonna want to undo this clip here, and then we're gonna want to do that. But before we do all that, let's do those clips first so that we can set this thing aside. Once your lid is aside, you can do Phillips heads or 8mm to release the seal. The yellow clip is the thing that's gonna have gas in it. So you're gonna wanna put a sack in here, or a microfiber, so that'll suck up all the gas. And literally the way that you can just do this thing is just by using a flathead or your thumbnail to pull that off. Okay, another sign that might be a weak fuel pressure or fuel pump is when I pulled this off, only a little bit of gas came out dripping. Usually there's a lot of gas and it kind of sprays everywhere, and you use a rag or something to clean it up. I remember in my CELICA, it made a huge mess. But there wasn't very much that gas came out. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna use an 8mm to do lefty-loosey on these. One of the things that you might want to be careful is that if you lose one of those screws or bolts, it's going to be hard to find. So maybe have a magnet by so it doesn't go anywhere. So maybe an extended magnet. It's a cool little trick. So let's go ahead and do that to, I believe there's 8mm around holding the fuel pump there. Okay, now that I have all the 8mm off, again I use a magnet so they didn't go anywhere. You're going to need to come over to my goodie bag from Monkey Wrench Racing. Here's my goodie box. So we got the AEM fuel pump. which I showed you guys recently that I have one of those now on my Lotus ELISE Turbo. OEM fuel sock, a non-OEM fuel filter. It's QRP is the brand, or Beckley or whatever it is. A QRP fuel pressure regulator. A new gas cap because mine was worn out. I'm just treating my MR2 with love. A new fuel pump seal, which is one of the things that I needed on my Lotus last time, so I bought it. And then this is the last thing that we needed, so we and of course you get stickers. By the way, that sucks about that wire harness. I'll have to get a new one or get it soldered. This is a quick release, so we're gonna come back over to the car. And on this quick release, what it's gonna do is, you can get this at Monkey Wrench Racing, or you can just try to pop it off. It pushes the fuel plug right there. It's a quick release for that. So I'll go ahead and show you how to do it now. I must be tired. This is for the fuel rail, not for down there. This one actually already comes with a clip that all you have to do is pinch this right here, pinch it together, and then tug on it pretty tough, and it should release itself. It'll pry itself off. Once that's off, it'll come off of this little stud thing here. You can set that aside, and then you should be able to pull the cap off. Don't lose that. And then once you get the cap off, you should be able to pull the fuel pump on out of here. So I'm gonna set you guys down while I pull this out. All right, so that's the fuel pumps out. Say about 25 minutes to do this so far. We'll go out to the fuel pump now. Okay, so here's the old assembly. Let's go ahead and start pulling it apart. The first thing I'll do is separate the bottom. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Actually, I'll probably do it on my workbench, but there's gonna be a lot of gas everywhere, so let me grab a towel. All right, Dr. Mitch is in the house. All right, so first thing you wanna do is let's take off the lower part down here. Your best friend in this process is gonna be a nice flathead screwdriver. Kind of just pops everything off. Okay, so once this is off and separated, pull apart your fuel pump to the positive and negative, like that. Push out well, in this case we don't really need to, but here's the wall bore one. You can actually see, this is, oh geez, hold on, I got gas going everywhere. One second, guys. Yeah, here's the wall bore one. You can actually see it's quite old. And look, hey, a seal broke right here. That might be bad, so that seal broke. And then here's the old fuel pressure regulator. We're actually gonna leave all this stuff. Ooh, I'm gonna quit dumping that out. Gas is going everywhere. We're gonna throw that. We're gonna keep this, throw that away. We might not be keeping that one. We're gonna throw the old fuel pump away, DW65, which this is a, I believe, 255, I think is what that one is. And then now we're going up to an AEM one with a 325. So I might should have gotten a new top for this. Boy, it's pretty discolored, but it'll still work. You know, 20-year-old part from Toyota. Okay, so here's a new part from Monkey Wrench Racing. Last time on the Lotus, I just did a OEM one, but I wanted to try the aftermarket one. It seems the exact same. So here's a fuel filter, and then from the fuel filter, it doesn't have that rubber seal. So we're gonna take the rubber seal from Monkey Wrench Racing. Here's a Toyota part number. And then we're gonna put that, I'm gonna put this on top of the fuel pump and then slide it all together with a little bit of lubricant. Okay, and then here is the new AEM sleek black beautiful pump that I just opened on my other car. So that looks really, really good. So here's the new pump. It comes with a little cap. Make sure to take the cap off the bottom, otherwise you ain't gonna be getting no fuel. In addition to that, pull the cap off the top like that. Then what you're gonna wanna do is put this thing on the top of this, like that, like so. So you have a seal there, and then you wanna put this back into, and let's get a little bit of lubricant, back into the new fuel filter. All right, once that's in, it's all snug. On my last car that I just did this with, I had to cut a little piece of this off to fit the fuel filter. So let's go ahead and then now grab the OEM fuel filter. Fuel filter sock, I guess is what this is. And then push the fuel filter sock onto here. And you really got to push it onto it to get it on there. Okay, now once that's on there, what you want to do is put this on here. And I struggled to get both those on there, so what I did was snip this little middle part out. So let's snip that little middle part out again. It'll hold the rest of it down, but we just need to get that little middle part out. The reason why is like the way that this one is, and then the way that the OEM one is, it's different than the AEM one. It actually is a little bit bigger. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to postpone this video. So I'll just delay this. I might post this and then come back to it. Reason why is if you look down in there, there's this little plastic seal. This is the non-OEM one that I decided to save $5 on or something like that. Bad decision. This I think is an OEM one. It fits with the new AEM. With the AEM being taller or longer, this, hold on, let me push it out of here real quick, 1 second. This longer stem at the top of the fuel pump is able to actually stick into here further, and it allows the gas to go in. If you look in there, it's just a big opening, which I hope that does work. You know, it seems like that might be actually a little bit too long. Maybe that's why the Lotus isn't working. But that being said, it won't fit into this one. So yeah, since it won't fit into this one, what we're gonna have to do is go back to an OEM one. And then here is the other aftermarket one from the Lotus. And it's the same length. So kind of interesting. It just makes me all, look at that. It's the same length as stud. It comes here. And then look at the other one that I was using. And then look how short the other one was. Significantly shorter. And I think that that's what this is for, this little rubber grommet to hold it up. But maybe this doesn't work because the fuel can't be pushed up through there. Who knows? What if that was causing the reason for the Lotus not to work? I don't know. But what we're going to do is figure this out by ordering an OEM one of these. And then I'm probably going to, I'll probably keep this one. And then I'll return the fuel filter to Monkey Wrench. And then I'm going to actually send probably my wire harness to Monkey Wrench. And yeah, so now this car doesn't work either. So maybe I could title this video, none of my cars work. But yeah, so that's where I am right now. Come back, make sure to like, subscribe. I'll be back to show you guys how to do this part 2. Yeah, I'll be back. Make sure to like, subscribe. I'll get some parts from Monkey Wrench Racing. See you guys then.